I think the first point to make is that the challenge against Australia's plain packaging of tobacco products is an incredible singular challenge. Dr. Margaret Chan, the Director General of the World Health Organisation, kind of mentioned the dispute in her address to the World Health Assembly this year. She said, one particularly disturbing trend is the use of foreign investment agreements to handcuff governments and restrict their policy space. For example, tobacco companies are suing governments for compensation for lost profits, following the introduction for valid health reasons of innovative cigarette packaging. In my view, something is fundamentally wrong in this world when a corporation can challenge government policies introduced to protect the public from a product that kills. And I think it's well worth also remembering that other tobacco control measures around the world have also been challenged under investment clauses. So graphic health warnings in Uruguay are being challenged by the tobacco industry under a very similar clause. In Australia, the current Prime Minister, Tony Abbott, introduced graphic health warnings into Australia. And I think it would be wishful thinking to believe that the tobacco industry will merely halt at those kind of particular actions. So given that Australia is a pioneer in public health policy, I would anticipate that Australia would have to kind of battle away with many more kind of actions like that. Andrew Mitchell and Tanya Voon have just released a new book called The Global Tobacco Epidemic and the Law, which is just out. It has a whole chapter on investor-state dispute settlement. One of the points that is made in that chapter about investor-state dispute settlement is that it is entirely unsuited to dealing with questions about public policy in relation to public health, both in terms of some of the procedural aspects to investor-state dispute settlement and also in terms of some of the substantive issues in relation to that. So I guess I'd answer the first part of your question by kind of focusing upon that and looking at the statistics, both in terms of the actions that have been brought, but also the sums of money involved. I think there's a kind of very significant exposure in terms of government liability for investor-state dispute actions.